Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're looking at the Secure Prisoner Transport JX09. Um, there is no picture of this whatsoever. This is one of the kind of vehicles that was actually created for the Jedi Academy sourcebook, and as well as just for some of the games, role playing games. So, um, the JX09 had a single pilot, four guards, and a space for up to about 20 passengers. It measured about 14 meters in length and had an insectile craft built around the chassis of a basic speeder truck with four small wings for stabilization, two flexible mandibles, allowing the pilot and guards to remain inside while detaining particularly troublesome subjects. So that's the write up that we get here from Wikipedia. I don't have anything else on this. Regrettably, I don't have a picture offhand. So uh, we'll just kind of go over for our stats and we'll see what we have. Okay, so as we look at this, this is a craft is an Aerotech JX09 security, a secured prisoner transport vehicle. This is a repulsor lift prisoner transport. It is speeder scale, 14 meters long. Let's see, has a crew of one. Repulsor lift operation 3D is your standard uh, ability. Has four guard passengers and 20 prisoners. Has enough cargo space for 40 kilograms. Has a full coverage. It has an altitude range of anything from just ground level up to 2.5 meters. And it has a cost of 6,000 credits brand new and 2,400 credits used. We have a maneuverability of 1D, has a move of about 90 kilometers an hour, body strength of 3D, and of course, it says the source is the Jedi Academy sourcebook. So that's really the only information that we have. We do have a more famous prisoner transport where it's actually got the prisoners on the outside and they're kind of clamped in, and they'll have um, kind of like the binder cuffs or whatever on them. But that's not this one. This is a whole different one from the write up in that we kind of read. So they would take a standard repulsor lift truck and then just kind of put this extra pod on top of it. Essentially, just take a basic truck, retro engineer it so that way they could make this work for a prisoner transport for up to about 20 prisoners. And then we just kind of go from there. In some regards, and I'm just saying some regards, this might be something close to what we saw in Rogue One, but I'm not going to say exactly because we don't get a very good view of it. I mean, we get somewhat of a view, and I believe that was a wheeled version. This might be a more repulsor lift version of that same type, so you get an idea of it. Uh, More of kind of the Star Wars version of a paddy wagon, but we do have four gunners, one on each corner, to try and help keep everybody safe and secure and keep people from breaking into the vehicle. It's a shorter video for today. It's another one of these off the wall vehicles that we get to see in the game terms, but we don't get pictures. We don't get much of anything else to really go with it. But it's out there. So it doesn't mean that somebody can't design something and say this is it in a later movie or show or whatever. It's just one of those things. We just have to kind of use our imagination to fill in the gaps here and there. Uh, we just go from that point. So, it's fun bringing the off the wall vehicles, that cover the cheap, mundane purposes of what needs to be done to keep society going. Whether it's the fun part of society, quite often because Star Wars being the franchise that it is, unfortunately, we get more in prisoner transports and military vehicles and all that stuff than your standard different type of cars like your Ford and Chevys and all that stuff. But even those are all important because you're going to take your you know if we were to say it's a Star Wars Chevy hover truck and we retro engineer it so that way it's now a paddy wagon kind of vehicle, there we are. So with that, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for visiting. It's fun having you guys stop by. Always enjoy anyone that leaves a comment. Um, you know, let me know exactly where I kind of flubbed up on things, which I do often. And, it just is what it is. So, hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.